All right, Jim. Now, we've gone over the board game. We've talked about some of the components in it. I think the most important thing that we want to talk about next is going to be the rule book, because the first one you mentioned was pretty sizable. Tell us about this one.
Well, this one, there's two books. I think we're going to put in this third book. That's going to be this one right here. So the book that's not here is going to be our story book, which is actually going to be the main quest. And it goes through, not just the details of the quest itself, but put a story to it of what happens before, what happens after, and leads you through the entire game to the ending. At the back of it also is bios for all of the heroes in the game. So there's a little story about who they are and where they came from. And in one of the expansions we're going to come out with, there'll be a side quest for every hero to expand upon that, and a special reward for completing their quest. The actual rule book itself, it walks you through. Of course, keep in mind this is a pre-demo. This was made before even our demo was. So this
like a beta, essentially.
Yes, the betas. The pictures are kind of rough. It's not what it's going to look like in the end, but the rules are the same. And so it's going to go you through, a setup, what all the components are, what the hero board is, how the hit points work, heroes work, and it walks you through the entire game. Items, what are animals and creatures and potions, the basic deck, currency, NPCs and how they work, what are trainings and spell scrolls, the black market that eventually opens and how it works, summons, your hiring pool and NPC pool. The difference between treasures and lesser treasures.
I think that's a big one too, especially that we saw in our first little demo gameplay footage. How many pages?
I believe it is 60.
That's actually
56.
That's
56.
very good. Because you said the first one was how many again?
Oh, that was the Sage Quest was 1,274.
right. And yeah, I love games, but the bigger the book, the kind of more checked out I am sometimes. I get halfway through reading
it. Didn't go over real well was the fact that it was an RPG, so it was a different thing. It wasn't a board game; it was a tabletop RPG. But I made it, and I wanted it to have everything. I hate having 14 different books for a game, and so I wanted it to have all one thing. I was even told by a certain company, I won't say who, but they said we would pick it up and sell it if you break it into multiple books, and I just didn't want to. And so I kind of left that behind. So this is my re-envision for it. This is my way of living that world again and putting it back into life, which is why this is 56 pages. The story is about the same length. I want to say it's 56 or 58 as well. So, and it goes through all the quests and the bios and stuff. And then this is what I think we're going to offer. I'm going to add this because everybody really likes it and wants it. It's the same thing as in the back of this book where you have all the tags, those 100 abilities, and they're alphabetical. This is just going to have those same 100 abilities alphabetically, so you can grab it real quick just to see here's the powers and what they do.
I love that. And you know what? Having more books available for people around, because especially if you have a big game, a lot of people playing. How many people can play this game, by the way?
It is 1 to 5 players, so you can play it solo by yourself if you have no friends like me. Or me if you got some friends, you can have up to 4 people play the heroes, and 1 people can play the great evil and actually control the game. You'd think they don't get to do as much because they don't control any of the dice. All the dice rolling is done by the players, except for the damage dealing. But they control the tactics and the flow of it. And so if you enjoy DMing, it's actually a lot of fun. It's like DMing without any of the hassle.
Very
cool. And then you can actually play the game more than that. We've played an 8-player game once in one of our testings. You just won't have the hero boards for it. You won't have the tokens for it. And it kind of slows the action down. So we suggest no more than 4 heroes. But it's up to you, whatever you feel comfortable with.
What's next after this? I saw a minute ago, before we put all the stuff up, expansions.
We have 3 already available. Let me grab those. So the first expansion we're going to come out with is Grand Adventure. So as soon as we go to produce this game in February, a month or so after that, I'm going to get this ready for production so that I'm hoping by the time we get to the summer, not only will this game be out, but at least the first, if not a couple of the other expansions as well, since these are actually already all completely completed. So this one's going to add the environment we talked about earlier, which increases the random side quests from 15 possibilities to 225 possibilities to give the game a lot more playability. After that, it's going to be the Rise of Heroes, which adds an extra 31 heroes to the game, so you can have a whole lot more choice. There's 24 heroes in the base game. This gives you 31 more, so you have a total of 55 heroes.
Who doesn't love more heroes?
And then, of course, there's the Dragon's Lair, which is going to be full of higher level monsters, dragon characters, anti-heroes, and over 100 new higher tier artifact cards.
Very cool. Do we have a price on any of these currently, or are these still in production?
They're still in production, but we're wanting to put them about $24.95.
Okay.
So that's
And
our hope.
and how much for the overall base game currently? Because I know that as this game's coming out, you are trying to get some copies sold, especially to get some feedback as well. I know that we've had a good conversation, honestly, talking about some of that. What are we looking at so far in terms of game price?
So the MSRP is going to be $199.99. Currently, we're pre-ordering them for people at 25% off for $150. With that, they get the entire game, of course. They'll get entered into a drawing. So one lucky person is going to get a character they will create that will be a hero that will go into the box. They'll have their name listed on it as the creator for the hero and the winner of the grand prize, and they're going to get the first expansion for free.
Wow.
Beyond all that, though, everybody who pre-orders the game gets to create a hero of their choice that will not go in the box. It will be a unique, one-of-a-kind card that will be given to just them, only card released in circulation.
That's amazing. That's super cool. And, that's honestly a great reason just to buy the game. Is there anything final that you want to add about the game, personally, from you?
This is a project of love. So my original game, like I said, I decided not to sell it because it wasn't about making the money. It was about something I loved, and I still play it all the time with my friends. So when I created this after my sons decided it was really cool and I should go forward with it, I'm a retired vet, disabled vet, and this is what I do just kind of for fun more than anything else. So it's got a lot of growth potential. It's got a lot of heart into it, which is why, like I said, we've got 3 of these. There's 10 more planned after this, plus a book that actually turns it from a board game to an RPG if you wanted to.
Wow.
And so there's a lot of lore from that 1,200-page book I wrote written into this game as well. Like the turtle-looking people love that race. It's a Torten race. They move real slow, but they have an ability to short-range teleport, which makes them kind of cool in combat.
That's awesome.
Or the Mirdai race, which are these little rat-like people. People love them. Which the word Mirdai is just Latin for the word rat. That's where they actually came from. So it's just a lot of little tidbits like that, and some people find it really interesting. So I've really been enjoying sharing it with people.
I love that, man. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. I've had a really great time talking to you. I know the guys who played earlier had a really great time as well. And thank you so much for everything. We appreciate it. We look forward to seeing this on shelves. If you put it back through Kickstarter, let us know. That way we can blast as much as we possibly can.
Absolutely,
Thanks
will do.
again.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.